Be prepared. The universe is about to flip a cosmic switch, and most people have no idea what's about to hit them. On April 16th, Mercury, the planet of communication, thought, and mental processing, will explode into fiery Aries, and the energy shift will be undeniable. This isn't just another planetary movement. This is a cosmic detonation that will shake your reality to its core. After weeks of Mercury drifting through the dreamy, foggy waters of Pisces, it's finally breaking free, and the mental acceleration will be unlike anything you've experienced this year. But here's what most people don't understand. This transit isn't just changing the way you think. It's changing your entire energetic frequency. Your brain is about to get rewired, and if you're not prepared for this wave of energy, you might find yourself overwhelmed by its power. And if you've been feeling mentally stuck lately, unable to move forward with decisions, keep watching, because there's one specific reason why this is happening to you right now, and I'll explain it later in this video, so make sure you stick around. But first, let me tell you why April 16th is about to shake everything up. This isn't just another day on the calendar. It's a turning point. The energy that's been building is about to explode, and you need to know exactly what's coming. Mercury leaves the fog, and everything accelerates. For weeks now, Mercury has been drifting through Pisces, the dreamy, ethereal water sign that blurs boundaries and dissolves concrete thinking. Your thoughts have been flowing like water, nebulous and difficult to grasp. Ideas come and go like whispers, never quite solidifying into anything you can act on. But on April 16th, everything changes. Mercury doesn't just enter Aries, it ignites. Imagine being underwater for weeks, everything muffled and slowed down, and then suddenly breaking through to the surface, taking that first explosive breath of air. That's what your mind is about to experience. The mental fog lifts so suddenly, it might feel disorienting. Where before your thoughts were like trying to catch smoke, now they burst into your consciousness like fireworks, bright, clear, impossible to ignore. And here's the thing, this mental acceleration won't wait for you to adjust. It's coming whether you're ready or not. Some people will feel like they've had 5 cups of coffee without drinking a single drop. Others might feel a sudden clarity about decisions they've been agonizing over for weeks. This isn't random. This isn't just astronomy. This is your consciousness upgrading in real time. The universe is hitting the refresh button on your mental processing, and the results will be immediate and undeniable. Your communication style is about to get brutally honest. Get ready, because the filter between your thoughts and your words is about to get paper thin. Mercury in Aries doesn't just think directly, it speaks directly too. And for some people, this sudden shift toward bluntness could create waves in their relationships. Words that you've been holding back, thoughts you've been politely keeping to yourself, they're about to demand expression. This isn't about being rude. This is about radical honesty. Your soul is tired of the niceties, the social masks, the carefully constructed responses that don't reflect your truth. When Mercury ignites in Aries, your communication becomes a sword, cutting through confusion, slicing away pretense, getting straight to the point. You might find yourself saying things like, "Here's what I really think," or "I'm just going to be honest with you." And this isn't just happening to you. It's happening to everyone around you too. Conversations that were once careful dances around sensitive topics suddenly become direct confrontations with truth. It might feel uncomfortable at first, even jarring, but there's an exhilarating freedom in this directness. For some, this transit will feel like finally removing a mask they didn't even realize they were wearing. For others, it might feel like walking naked in public, exposed, vulnerable, but ultimately authentic. Pay attention to the conversations that erupt around April 16th. They aren't random. They're revelations that have been waiting for this exact energetic moment to surface. And when they do, they'll change everything. The exact moment, your mental energy will surge. Mark your calendar, April 16th, 2025, at precisely 5:22 a.m. Universal Time. That's when Mercury crosses the threshold into Aries, and that's when the mental lightning bolt strikes. Even if you're asleep when it happens, you'll feel the difference when you wake up. This isn't gradual. This isn't subtle. This is a switch being flipped in the cosmos. One moment, your thoughts are swimming in the Piscean depths, and the next, they're shooting forward like arrows of fire. The ancients understood these cosmic moments better than we do. They knew that when a planet changes signs, especially a personal planet like Mercury, it creates a ripple effect through our consciousness. They would prepare for these transitions, honoring them as sacred thresholds between different states of being. But in our modern world, we've lost touch with this awareness. We keep going about our daily lives as if the cosmos isn't constantly reshaping our reality. And that's why so many people get caught off guard when these energetic shifts occur. The surge you'll feel isn't just mental, it's physical too. Your nervous system responds to planetary movements, whether you're conscious of them or not. Some people might feel an unexplainable rush of energy through their body around this time. Others might notice their heart beating faster, their thoughts racing, their speech quickening. This is your body aligning with the new frequency. And if you've been feeling mentally sluggish lately, this is exactly what you need. A cosmic jumpstart that reawakens your intellectual fire. Warning: the 3 days before April 16th will be crucial. Most people only focus on the day of a planetary transition, but that's a mistake. The 3 days leading up to Mercury's entrance into Aries, April 13th, 14th, and 15th, are just as important, maybe even more so. During these final days of Mercury in Pisces, you might experience what spiritual astrologers call the void space, a strange liminal zone where the old energy is fading, but the new hasn't fully arrived. It can feel disorienting, like being caught between two worlds. Your thoughts might seem scattered or disconnected. Conversations could feel strained or confusing. You might find yourself struggling to express even the simplest ideas. This isn't a coincidence, it's preparation. The universe is clearing out the old mental patterns, creating space for the new energy that's about to rush in. Think of it as emptying a cup before filling it with fresh water. It might feel uncomfortable, even frustrating, but it's necessary. Pay close attention to your dreams during these 3 days. The veil between conscious and unconscious thought grows thin when Mercury enters this transitional space. Messages that your higher self has been trying to communicate might finally break through in your dream state. Some people report vivid prophetic dreams right before Mercury changes signs. Others experience sudden download moments, insights, or ideas that seem to come from nowhere. These aren't random. They're gifts from the void space, seeds of thought that will fully blossom once Mercury ignites in Aries. Don't waste these 3 days. Set intentions for what you want to communicate once the energy shifts. Prepare your mind for the acceleration that's coming. The more conscious you are of this transition, the more powerfully you can harness its transformative potential. Beware of impulsive decisions that could change everything. Remember when I mentioned there was one specific reason why you might be feeling mentally stuck? Here it is. The The universe has been deliberately slowing you down to prevent you from making decisions that weren't fully formed yet. But on April 16th, that protective barrier dissolves. Mercury in Aries doesn't just think fast, it acts fast too. And while this can be exhilarating, it also comes with a warning. Impulsive decisions now could have long-lasting consequences. The surge of mental clarity might feel so good, so refreshing after weeks of fog, that you rush to act on every thought that crosses your mind. Finally, I know what to do, you might think, as you prepare to send that text, make that call, or sign that contract. But here's what you need to understand. Clarity doesn't always equal certainty. Just because you can see the path forward doesn't mean it's the right path for you. Aries energy is like a match. It ignites instantly. And while that fire can illuminate your way, it can also burn bridges if you're not careful. Words spoken in the heat of Mercury in Aries cannot be unsaid. Decisions made in that burst of mental energy cannot be easily undone. This doesn't mean you should fear this transit. It means you should respect its power. Before you act on those crystal-clear thoughts, take a breath. Ask yourself, is this clarity or impulsivity? Am I seeing the whole picture or just the most immediate part? Because here's the truth. Some impulsive decisions during this time will change lives for the better. Others might create complications that take months to unravel. The difference lies in your awareness. Your third eye is about to activate. What if I told you that Mercury's explosion into Aries isn't just about mental clarity, it's about spiritual awakening too? This transit doesn't just sharpen your intellect, it activates your third eye in a way that few other cosmic events can. The third eye, your center of intuition, insight, and spiritual perception, has been clouded by Mercury's journey through Pisces. Yes, Pisces is spiritually connected, but in a diffuse, boundaryless way that makes it hard to distinguish between intuition and imagination. But when Mercury bursts into Aries, your intuitive insights become laser-focused. You don't just receive vague impressions or feelings, you get crystal-clear messages, specific guidance that cuts through the spiritual noise. You might suddenly know exactly what someone is about to say before they say it. You might have a flash of insight about a situation that's been puzzling you for months. You might even experience brief moments of precognition, glimpses of events before they unfold. This isn't coincidence. This isn't your imagination. This is your third eye aligning with the fiery directness of Aries energy, translating spiritual information into immediate, actionable awareness. Pay attention to the intuitive hits you receive during this transit. They aren't random, they're targeted, they're specific, and they're trying to guide you toward your highest path. But here's the catch. If you dismiss them, if you talk yourself out of trusting that inner knowing, you might miss crucial guidance that won't come again in the same way. Because when Mercury moves on from Aries, this particular frequency of intuition shifts too. This isn't about becoming psychic overnight. It's about accessing a clarity of inner vision that can guide your decisions, your conversations, and your path forward in ways your logical mind alone never could. Why silence will be impossible after April 16th. There's a storm brewing in your mind, and after April 16th, it's going to break. The thoughts, ideas, and truths that have been building up inside you will demand to be expressed. Silence will feel not just uncomfortable, it will feel impossible. This isn't just about having more to say. This is about feeling an almost physical pressure to communicate, to express, to speak your truth. Mercury in Aries creates an energetic buildup in your throat chakra, the energy center associated with communication and self-expression. You might find yourself speaking up in meetings when you'd normally stay quiet. You might finally have that conversation you've been avoiding for weeks. You might even feel compelled to share ideas or perspectives that surprise you with their boldness. And here's what's fascinating. The words will come easier than they have in months. Where before you might have struggled to articulate your thoughts, now they flow freely, powerfully, sometimes with a passion that catches even you off guard. This isn't just happening to you, it's happening to everyone, which means the collective conversation is about to get louder, more direct, more honest. Debates will ignite, discussions will accelerate, ideas will collide in ways that generate new possibilities. Some people will find this energy overwhelming. They've grown comfortable in the silence, in the unspoken thoughts, in the careful dance around difficult truths. For them, this transit might feel like too much, too fast. But for others, especially those who felt silenced, unheard, or unable to express themselves fully, this energy is liberation. It's permission to finally say what needs to be said, to voice the thoughts that have been building inside them. Either way, the silence breaks on April 16th. The only question is, what will you say when it does? How to harness this energy instead of being consumed by it. The power rushing toward you on April 16th is neither good nor bad. It's how you channel it that matters. This mental lightning strike can either illuminate your path or burn it down. The choice is yours. First, prepare your mind now. Just as you wouldn't start a race without warming up, don't enter this high-energy transit without mental preparation, meditation, journaling, even just quiet reflection. These practices create space in your consciousness for the acceleration that's coming. Second, set clear intentions. What conversations do you need to have? What decisions have you been postponing? What ideas are ready to be expressed? By identifying these areas in advance, you direct the incoming energy towards specific targets rather than letting it scatter in all directions. Third, create boundaries. Mercury in Aries gives you mental courage, but courage without wisdom can lead to recklessness. Decide in advance where you need to be bold and where you need to be measured. Not every thought needs to be spoken. Not every idea needs to be acted on immediately. Fourth, move your body. This high-voltage mental energy needs physical outlets. Walking, running, dancing, yoga. Any form of movement helps integrate the intellectual fire with your physical form, preventing the mental acceleration from overwhelming your system. Finally, harness the creative potential. Mercury in Aries is a powerhouse for brainstorming, writing, planning, and problem-solving. This transit won't last forever, so use it intentionally. The mental clarity and courage available to you now can break through blocks that have held you back for months. Those who understand this energy will use it to transform their reality. Those who don't may find themselves swept away by it. The difference isn't luck, it's awareness. The cosmic match is about to strike. The mental fire is about to ignite. Will you be the one holding the flame? Or will you get burned by it? This transit isn't just another astrological event. It's a portal to a new way of thinking, communicating, and being in the world. And it opens on April 16th. Are you ready? If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.